We are live in action. Okay, GM, this is Blue, and I've got my new pal here. I think I'm going to call her Oreo. She's got a little white spot in the middle, like a cute little star. And Oreo is my service animal, and she's going to be joining us on these podcasts. And she's got so much energy. She's got so much life, vibrancy. She loves chewing on my ape stuffed animals. So she's always doing crazy things here, finding things I've never found before. But we love it. If you've got your fur baby with you, let's bring them in today's demo and give some of that unconditional love. So before we get started in today's session, I'm going to give a few minutes for the chat to warm up. So folks can come in and say hi and tell us where they're coming from. And if you want to name off your fur babies, that's fine too. So Oreo here, I saved from the pound last week. They were over flooded, and I gave her the chance at life, like she's given me. I love her so much, and she's going to train to be my service animal. So I'm really happy for her to be in my life. She gives me so much joy. So again, I'm going to let everybody say hi. The views are climbing. Jen, hi. Thank you for the donations already. We haven't even started anything, but it's nice because it keeps the lights on, as we would say in the industry. So again, I'm just going to give it a few more minutes for folks to say hi, and we're going to let my little baby get crazy because she loves that, don't you, Boo? You like to chew on everything, but as long as we get the zoomies out, excuse me, all is good. This is new for her. It's an unfamiliar territory for her. So we've got some folks that are asking about my art behind me. We'll get into that in a minute. We like to start the streams about 5 to 10 minutes after, just to give folks enough time to get some coffee if you're a night owl like myself. Sharing things out. Let's love, and give the time to the people, because time is the most valuable thing that you can offer, and we all are here for a short time, so let's make it a good time. All right. Very nice. So let's kick things off with just a quick little introduction on who I am and what I do each day. I am Blue Eye Queen, yours truly. I have been in the Web3 space for roughly 4 years now, and I'm an abstract artist, not just the abstract chain artist, but also my art behind me is mine. I do paintings, and I like to offer storytelling. So for each of my paintings, I have a caption, and it has something very personal about my journey, about something that I experienced as a person with a unique ability. So I like to give hindsight and perception on the day-to-day challenges with accessibility, with door barriers, society, resources, just making awareness. My fur child here is like, Mom, I want to be involved in everything you do. and I'm here for it. I love her energy. I'm also just as nuts and spastic as this little one as well. And that's okay. You want to get the zoomies out? Where's your toys? Where's your toys? Good baby. Where's your toys? She likes my stuffed animals, my apes. She likes my ape stuffed animals. I know the apes first mutant ones. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. It's all right. Puppies make messes. I'm here. I'm all about it. She gives me a lot of joy and keeps me busy. So without further ado, we have these daily podcasts. I come from a corporate automotive agency. I worked for the #1 NFT crypto company that's out there. As one of the first individuals to work for them, and I oversee the social media team for the Bored Apes in the beginning, and then I was promoted through operations, handling merch and logistics and event planning and ADA coordinating. And then my last role at the office was in the legal department, taking down bad guys and scammers and impersonators, and instilling practices for wallet hygiene. So for those that are in the crypto space, this is what we bring to you. And I know that there's a lot of individuals that are not in the Web3 space, and that's why I want to be able to give my resources, educate, lead by example, and give as much information as I possibly can, because your vibe is your tribe. And if you have a strong community, and it doesn't have to be I don't need 1 million followers. I always say you just need 1,000 friends. And I think that that's a true statement, because it's the ripple effect when you're planting the seeds and your garden is growing and all those flowers are growing and those flowers are starting to drop those seeds and then those are growing. So I attract my butterflies because I grow gardens, and that's why I have such a fruitful life, and I can do these types of creative processes because I'm very focused, I'm super driven, and I'm always about my time. So today we're going to move into how to launch your own collection. So we've done these previously, these lunch and learns or dinner and learns, where we sit for an hour and we go through the processes of how to mint your own. So minting is when you take a piece of art or a sound. It can be a ping, a JPEG, a GIF, an MP4. It can be all these different variations of things, an ebook, and you authenticate it on the blockchain. So that means that you need to deploy a contract, and then that forever gives it a timestamp. And so that timestamp will validate and authenticate your art or whatever that asset is in real time. So think about it this way. If there's a historical moment, a significant number, or a significant meaning to you, and you authenticate it and you mint it, then you're essentially creating a time capsule. And I know that sounds a little funky and a little weird, but a lot of us in the metaverse, this is how we drive. This is what our whole MO is, our motto is we like to collect each other's art. And we use marketplaces. So if that's a new term for you, think of a marketplace like an Amazon. And I hate to compare that, but for the normies, the norms, I got to give it to them in very basic terms. So think about marketplaces like a Amazon or Walmart. So the marketplace is where my art is being sold for collecting. I use Magic Eden, and it's because they were a vendor of mine when I worked at Yuga Labs. I was facilitating takedowns, creating collections that are verified. So giving them that gold check. I had one of the coolest roles actually at the office, where getting the checks, making those social media handles, putting people on, all of that knowledge that I now have in my gigabrain, I'm now giving to all of you, because why hold it? Why be this person that's like, oh, I want to be the best at that? No, I want to be immersive. I want to be eclectic. I want to be everywhere. And in order for me to be everywhere, I need to be able to drive that community for them to learn something and give value. So the more people that you have and you're giving them appreciation. My puppy likes to make sure she's got my attention too. So every now and then I might need to pause and make sure she's not chewing anything, because she's already taking 3 or 4 of my earrings today. She bit my nail off today. I'm like, did I save a puppy, or did I bring a menace into my house? Oreo. That's okay. All right. We're going to create our series on a launch pad. So again, these terminologies that we're using, marketplace, that's where you sell and collect art or trade. We're going to use a launch pad. There's different launch pads out there to mint your art. There's some that require a fee so that you can set it up. There are others that work based off percentages. So at the end of your launch, your mint launch of when your art is online, they will take a percentage of that total ticket, TX, which is transaction hacks sales. So then they'll give you whatever that is, they'll drop it to your wallet. So we're not going to go through all of those like super expert level details. over time, you're going to know like what a deploy contract is, what royalties mean, which ones are the standard, 5 to 10%, depending on what marketplace you're using. Also, deciding what launchpad you want to use is crucial because I've launched on 3 different launchpads, actually technically 4 in my career. The first that I launched was on OpenSea, and that one was like the beginning, 2021, those OG vibes. Those were the days, And so it was about 2.5, 3 years since I launched a collection again, because I was working for Yuga Labs and just conflict of interest possibly, where it's like, oh, maybe I need to, focus on the art life in a different part of time, which is now like full-time send. So I launched on Bleaver, and I was one of the first Ape Chain artists to be on Bleaver, and their team is phenomenal. If you're not following them, you need to go see what they're up to, because they're like the wizards of making things super easy, the technicalities about it. I was able to get this one-on-one with them, and while they were in the middle of launching this massive D app, I was like, how can they be in different places at once and still give me this like 5-star A+ treatment? So my Believer collection is 345 pieces of art. And so I'll pull that up so that you can see what a Launchpad page looks like, because a Launchpad is essentially a mint page where you send folks to connect their wallet to mint. So this was over back in November, and this collection was called Vibrant Energy. So Vibrant Energy, again, is 345 pieces, and we minted out in seconds. Once this hit Twitter feed, it was over, because the allow list, which allow list means like all the VIPs and the collectors, they had early access. So anyone that's already in my network, I was like, hey, send me your wallet address. I'm going to give you early access so that you can get into the adoption of like this mint. And now, although this was my first collection in a while, this is actually performing higher on the floor. So a floor price is when you have the lowest price of what that art could be on a marketplace. And I know all this sounds really confusing, and I get it. I'm going to pull up a marketplace for you right now so that we can kind of give this visual to life. So let me extend this a bit more. This is Magic Eden, and this is where my art is currently housed. You can collect the art on secondary markets, which means that you can buy and sell and trade on others, but be very careful with scams, because when my collection came out, there were so many scams. I was flattered, but I was also kind of like pissed, because you can see now that there's still one up here, the third one down. I was like, all right, these people have so much time on their hands that they went through and they copied my entire collection and they relaunched it on whatever launchpad. But look for that badge collection, because that's what's important. And out of 345, there's 150 owners. That's massive. That means a lot of different people have this artwork. There are new people in my life, and it's really nice and lovely to see that there's so much interest in this. My second collection that I launched on Magic Eden was actually with Magic Eden. So this company here is like top dog. They're like the Nike of the industry. They're the ones. Everybody wants to be with them. So I had the honor to launch with Magic Eden during Art Basel, which is the highest point of an artist's career. That was in December of last year. So simultaneously, while I'm having IRL, in real life for our normies, showcases in Miami, doing live painting, I also had this drop, which is 555 paintings. That's 555 different handmade pieces of art. All of this is handmade. And then it was converted into a digital asset. You can see all the details here, all the paint strokes, and yeah, it's like so beautiful, so beautiful. I could get lost in staring at this, but we got to focus. We got to launch this art. So I'm a different type of artist. Like I said, I'm abstract. So when everything around me is loud, it's crazy, my mind is like this, that's just who I am, and that's what I'm about. So my art is a lot different than what you see on Magic Eden. Because if you go to Magic Eden, you see a lot of AI, you see PFP, which means profile picture, PFP, profile picture. That's like your avatar, which is the face of who your brand is. And I rep the Bored Apes. That's my crew because obviously I worked for Yuga for 2.5 years. I was one of the first people into the company. They slid in my DMs. That's my book bag, boo boo. She's getting scared of my bags. She doesn't like shadows. It's okay. So Bored Apes is who I primarily represent as my PFP. So Blue Eye Queen on Twitter, or also the Ape Goddess on Twitter. So that's where you can follow where all this content is being posted. And your PFP is essentially the community that you're in. It doesn't necessarily have to mean like a status or anything like that. It's just like who you love, who you respect, who your people are. You know, I can say that I'm a very adaptive, versatile person. So my wallet address, my vault, has hundreds of pieces of art, because I like to support everyone. Anytime I'm making sales on my own art, because I will wake up in the middle of the night and I'll have some sales, I'm like, wow, I love that. I'll take that same savings and I'll put it back into the ecosystem and I'll buy and collect more art, because I feel like one of these days it's going to really become this like turn on mode when 99% of the world wakes up to crypto, and all these original NFTs that you have in the beginning, these collections that are time stamped. I'm going back to that timestamp again where the minting happens. That timestamp, that's huge, because when mainstream picks this up, it's going to be saturated. It's going to be harder to get those originals. Come here, baby. Maybe we should name her NFT or crypto. She's got the zoomies all the time. Don't you, boo-boo? That's okay. Having a puppy is like having a small child. You have to like stop and give them attention for a minute. So yeah, while we do that, while we give her a little love, let's give some love to everybody that's in our chats. So I see your GMs and your GN, Mr. Brown, Sunny, Alpaca. I love that name. Everyone that's coming in from Twitter and YouTube and Twitch. And I see everyone on Instagram Live and Facebook. Again, this stream hits 1 million views a month. To me, I didn't even think it was going to be something like that. I was so excited when I had 25 subscribers, and now I have a few thousand. So it shows that there's value in the content and there's an audience for it. So I guess this is a nice opportunity to quickly talk about the structure of where the streams go, since we're talking about the audience. She's barking at her reflection in the mirror. I'm telling you, this whole house is like a jungle gym. There's 2 rooms. There's art everywhere. She's finding all types of fun stuff. Out. She's finding all types of, even if I puppy proof it, she still finds a way to maneuver herself into places she's not supposed to be. Out of there. Excuse me. No. Just a minute. Can you stop? Like, you know that we do this every day, honey. We literally do this every day. And I know you're new to the house, but she is so funny. All right. So the streams are structured like this. We are not able to make subtitles in real time yet, but one of the things that I'm building for the stream, because I'm working on deployment, I'm writing code, I've got 20 plus AI links that I'm looking at all day long. I'm building a live stream subtitle bot that I can integrate into the streams through OPS so that we can make sure that all of the platforms that are receiving the video in real time have subtitles. Because a lot of my friends that come on here, they have access issues, or let's say unique abilities, special abilities, persons with disabilities. There's I'd say around 75% of my audience has a unique ability because I've been blogging for a decade. So they've been following me up to this point. I want to make sure that these streams are very inclusive, that we get as many people as we possibly can, but not just individuals that have sign language or hearing deficiencies, or even older friends. I've got an older crew that comes in, of my Burning Man crew. They're here too, the older Burning Man crew, the originals. So there's people that like to have the subtitles, but it's beyond that. It's languages too, because once that real-time subtitles is integrated, which is coming, telling you, I'm working on this until my laptop is in my lap and I'm falling asleep, and then the dog's waking me up in the morning. Like, I got to go to the bathroom. Like, that's how hard I'm working on this bot, because once I get those subtitles in, I'll be able to also incorporate SRTs, which are language files. So if you're in France or Germany, or you're in Italy and you don't speak English well, but you want to learn and you want to see what we're saying, those subtitles are going to be in real time. Right now, with a tool or a program, it's around $2 to $4 per minute to do the live subtitles. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just, that's not feasible for somebody that's online every single day. But I want to give a huge shout out to the Ape Chain Architect Group, because 3 or 4 nights ago, there was a grant. I'm trying to find the tweet. There was a grant that stopped through, and it was for who's building on the Ape Chain and what are you building? And then the top 4 people that were building were airdropped 200 ape. And so of the 300 or 400 folks that, I'm going to share this here with you now. It says, a big thank you for everyone who has already shared. How's the screen look? There we go. A big thank you for everyone who has already shared what they're building. So many great entries with so much more. Congrats to the builders selected. And look at that right there. Blue Eye Queen, facilitating multiple projects focused on inclusivity on ApeChain. This is a massive honor to be recognized in the metaverse, the online world, as a top builder there's so many people that entered, and I was just blown away. I'm humbled every day that I get online and I find that people like what I'm doing. I'm humbled by the podcast and the content and everyone that's like, how can we help you? I was trying to see if I can find the original tweet. So here it is. We were just there. Okay. This one here. This was my entry. I'm facilitating multiple projects focused on inclusivity on ApeChain. So I've already launched those handmade art collections. So those ones that we looked at on Magic Eden. When someone says on-chain, that means, again, back to the minting, authenticating in time means on-chain. So here's a little infographic that I created, and it just shows all of the collections, the streams. And this person here says, thank you so much for making the stream accessible. So right now, I have to take the stream and then upload it again with the subtitles. And with this grant from ApeChain Architects, thank you guys, girls, everybody, I was able to make 4 of the streams, just about 4. It was like 3.5 because they're an hour long, accessible. And that's awesome, because as we're showing that there's a need for it and that we're growing in that capacity. I mean, we have over 100 people right now tuning in real time, and we just started the stream. And I remember when there was only 1 or 2 persons on here. So it's like, it just takes that patience. You can't expect things to be overnight because that's not how community goes. It's not instantaneous. I'm a strategist, I'm an engineer, and I do operations. So I want to have the roadmap to be in order so people have the time and the commitment. They can set aside their thoughts, they can ask questions, we can engage, we can build together. So I would like to, in this demo of the sessions, show easy examples on how you can take content and how you can mint it and authenticate it on the blockchain. And then you can essentially earn, if there is a mint price, so a collector price, even with free mints, actually, if you have enough that mint in, those are wallet addresses that the Launchpad is collecting. So there are some streams, or it's not some streams, there are some structures where you can get 80% or something like that, depending on what the gas fees are. And again, we're just going to need to do a whole like A through Z on what all of these meanings are for crypto, because I can see people commenting on YouTube and they're saying, I don't know what you're talking about, but you look really good talking about it. Thank you. I appreciate the honesty. People say, love this, both your mission and how relentlessly you are pursuing it. If there's anything I can ever do, let me know. So, it just, again, people, places, and things. My place is here in this world. My people is ApeChain, Abstract, ETH, Solana. I'm a versatile person. I want to be able to say that I'm expanding, but obviously Ape is my number one because that's where I started and that's where I grew my roots, which is here, my mutant, which I try to open, but it's not letting me. All right, sounds good. So let's reset the chat. You guys are so funny. Thank you, but I'm happy to be cute, everybody, but I want you to get some education. Focus, people, focus. Please focus. Let's, drop your questions in the chat. We want to hear from you. This is a engaging conversation. This is live for the person that just asked if I'm a deep fake. No, I'm not a deep fake. And the person that trolled me yesterday by saying there was a spider running behind my screen, and the whole time I was trying to kill it because I have a little dog here. I'm not falling for any of you gamer people's jokes. So I'll get eaten alive by a spider, I guess. But let's not hope for that. Knock on. This is made out of bamboo. The canvas is bamboo because it's refurbished. All my art is refurbished. I'm a sustainable artist. So knock on bamboo since we can't knock on wood. No, it's mommy. Sorry, baby. It's mommy. Hey, it's mommy. That was mom. I made my dog bark. See how she's only been here for 5 days and she's already, it's my house. So drop your thoughts in the chat. I want to hear from you. We are going to use my new favorite Launchpad because I've just shared with you a ton of them. Believer is still my number one. There's some alpha coming in May where I'm dropping a collab with someone. I'm not going to say his name because we want to keep it very secretive because once it comes out, it's going to be boom. I don't want to have people in my DMs like, why didn't you tell me? Why weren't you watching? Why didn't you have the notifications on? So I like Highlight because I find that they are really easy to use. Their customer service is a 10 out of 10. The day that I signed up for it, the following morning, they sent me a DM on Twitter. Hey, we gave you a gold check. Excuse me. Thank you. Like, that's awesome. That just shows I don't even have to be like, hi, I used to work for so-and-so. I don't have to do that. People know who I am in this space. I am a pioneer in this space. Let's get started with Highlight. Can you see how already just by landing on their page, we're like, this is cool. This is art people stuff. If you are an art enthusiast, this is your bread and butter right here. it looks like this person is a painter as well. Yeah, I'm so in love with it. I really am so in love with it. I'm going to see if they'll put me on this little carousel. Who is it? Marketplace. What's this carousel about? 1,000 February collection size listed. 3 ETH. That's a lot. 3 ETH. Damn. How much does that equate to? How much is 3 ETH? That doesn't look right. 1 ETH today. I need to know. 1 ETH today is 2,350 and some change. So 3 ETH, that's like $7,000 plus artwork right here. Good for you. Good for him. That's great. I congratulate artists that are, able to make multi-millions of dollars on their artwork. I think that's amazing. We want to build and grow each other, because that's the best way. When the community is winning, then you're winning, because there's more buyers out there. There's interest in this world. So I think it's good to see this. This actually gives me a lot of hope about my collections, because I'm like, dang, that is a goal for me to get to that point where I'm like at just able to sell the art as what I would sell these physicals for, because these physicals go for $100,000 to $250,000, but in galleries, and they're certified and they're appraised. So this physical world is different than the digital world, but not so much, because with the digital, you could say, because I've done this before with my OpenSea collection, for every digital assets that you mint or collect or buy, and it's the first original, it's not the second or third, I would send the physical with that. But instead, because the physicals are so massive and they're ginormous, it's just too crazy. Like if someone in Thailand bought one of these, there's no way I would be able to figure that out. I mean, I would be able to figure it out because I used to live in Bali, so I'm sure I can get some connections over there. But instead, I decided that my utility is to have a print or a canvas wrap. So if you do decide that you would like to get one of my collections, you would go to the Ape Goddess and .com. This is my blog. And you would select on this screen right here, which says painting canvas wraps. So you can order a wrapped or a framed, any of these different samples here for the digital art that you collect on the Magic Eden site. I know it's a lot, it's a mouthful, but it is what it is. So here is the piece. So you can see that my art is going for around $23. That's still awesome. You get 5 or 6 of those sales a day. That's $100 or so, and you go bigger and you go higher. Again, it just takes a little bit at a time. It's one foot in front of the other. You can't expect billion-dollar sales results on crypto overnight. It's just not feasible for me anyways. Other people might get lucky and hit the glitch, but I like to be able to learn and do it this way, because I find that organic and genuinity gets you farther. So we'll put this up here, the Ape Goddess. And we're going to get started on minting. Highlight.xyz. Here is the Launchpad. And I'm going to say hi to everybody because they're all GMing me, and I'm not ignoring anyone, but when I get in like teacher mode, it's just too difficult to keep up with the stream comments. So again, I'm building another bot, Blue AI, and this is a language learning bot. So I'm building another bot. I've been building this one for 4 months. I uploaded all of my blog into it, all of my videos. And so I want to be able to integrate it in some capacity into the chat so it can reply for me, so that I can focus on the teaching part, but it's still using my mind. So that's a whole nother layer and a whole different discussion. We did an AI chat yesterday on the podcast with Jennifer Cheng Lo, and she's amazing. She has a bot named Gen AI. We went for an hour and a half because we had so much to talk about. We were really into it when yeah. No, we don't do that. Oreo's like, Mom, look at me. So collect. So let's see what all this is about. 0 ETH. I'm going to pull up my screen a little bit bigger. Again, if you have any questions, just drop your thoughts in the chat. We'll raise the questions as a spotlight. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in and leaving your comments. Again, it's like so cool to see all this. I'm like, what? People love it? I just want to quickly see what people are saying. Awesome. Oh, it's a lot of support coming in. There's a ton of support coming in. I feel so valued and loved. But I wear my heart on my sleeve. From Michigan, come from Detroit. We don't have easy days, so I only have love to give because I don't have a lot of time on this planet, just like everybody else, and I want to make the most of it by using art as my platform to storytell and educate. So, without further ado, I'm going to pull this down here because I find that it's easier for the subtitles to not have the spotlight on. So in order for us to get started, we will need to think of what type of asset do we want to mint. So there's opportunities to mint art. You can do ebooks, you can do PFPs, AI, degenerative art, anything really. You got a diary you want to put out there, it could be a numerical amount of things. So in today's example, I think we should actually create something really quickly. And I'm using Canva. So I'm going to pull up my handy dandy template guide. And that's going to be over here in another screen. Y'all are so funny. I do have a million tabs open and I don't care. Before I open this tab, I gotta make sure there's nothing on here that's NSFW, not safe for work. And we'll let everybody say hi. GM, thanks for coming. Thank you for sharing. Y'all are so degen in the streams. I see your comments. I'm just choosing not to reply because I want to stay focused. Let's see. I'm going to pull up one sample first because, again, I don't want everybody to see my screen. Amazing. So this is Canva, and I have the team version. So it's about $30 a month. And all of these pieces here on the left, I like this style. This was my first style of abstract. You can tell by the paint strokes. Look at the difference. This was 10 years ago, and then this was recent. This was when I first moved in. So there's a whole level of emotion and energy that you feel. Hi, babe. You want to join us again? This is Oreo. She's my service animal. She's in her training in about 8 weeks. And I saved her from the pound, but she's a little brat. So you want to sit and hang out? Okay. She'll get there. She's on her way. She just needs some time. So this was my first appearance into the abstract world. Again, you can tell by the brush strokes how different it is. So I'm going to do some things to it just to make it different. I'm going to turn it to the side. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, focus on that. And ouch. I'm going to click edit. And then with edits, let's see here. Let's go with some color. This is a fun. You see how it made it kind of like a blue hue? You can always adjust it too. So it doesn't have to necessarily be like that full. Oh, I like the Luna. This one's nice because this kind of gives me, I went on a little bike ride with my pup earlier, and this looks like the sunset. I know it's like abstract. What? How do you see that? The sunset, there's the telephone pole that I was standing in front of, the sun that was going down, and then the yachts that were on the side. So, hey, use your imagination. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, that's okay. Squint a little bit. Abstract is about tapping into a part of your brain that is different. It's unique. And not everybody knows how to go into those levels of your brain. And with time and training, you'll get there. So I'm going to click edit and I'm going to scroll down here. I want to see if there's other opportunities to click on. Yeah. Ooh, I love that. That's nice. That's pretty too. There's so many options. I sit and I create for hours all day long, and then I go and I work on the bots. So I don't know how I really maximize all of it in between moving around and doing the galleries and this way and that way and that. I don't know how I get it all done. I just am very diligent about my time, and I know that tomorrow brings another day, so we gotta keep things moving in order to keep expanding. And when I'm putting things out into the world, I want to put it out at 100% cap. Like it's got to be at its highest level. So let's pick a filter. I'm going to go with this one. I find that this is really pretty. Very pretty. We're going to put Oreo down because Oreo wants to be a biter, don't you? Is it the full moon? You know, I sleep on the floor with this dog because the bed's too tall. I give her everything she could ever want, and she still wants to bite me. She's got a pudgy penguin down there. She's got Monolo from Bored Cuban. She's got Curtis from Apes vs. Mutant. I mean, I know all of you are like, who are you naming? Those are NFT stuffed animals that my 2-month-old Chihuahua is destroying, and that's going to be nostalgia one day, and she's eating it. I don't care. I want her to enjoy it. So I'm going to save that as a ping. And I'm going to close this down over here. So now we have our asset. We went in there really quickly and made something in Canva from repurposed art. I take a lot of thought into my collections, though, where I create a timeline, a subsequent. I can't even say the word. I got to look it up so I can say it right. Sequential. I almost said subsequential. A sequential, which means 1 to whatever. I do an in order collection. So it takes me a month to create these files. It's like an album cover where I have a story of things that I was feeling in my life and the paintings that go with it to show that emotion, those colors, etc. So that is a whole thing where we just need to take a whole day, look at the blog, look at there's 555. That's 555 handmade paintings from 10 years worth of jump drives. It's massive. So we're just going to do a demo in this one where we just show you how to get started and make the thing happen. Because the name of the game is just do it. You guys are making me blush. Thank you, GM. Let's say hi to everybody again. Your comments are so sweet. And I find that it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing when these comments are coming in. I love the light of your beauty. Thanks so much. In a world of internet trolling, I would say I stopped counting how many times I'm cyberbullied because it's all day long on especially my YouTube and my TikTok. It's like people don't have anything else to do. I just don't get it why people are just so mean. So I actually appreciate and I love and I adore when positive comments come in because it does give that balance of, art is subjective. Not everybody's going to like what you're doing. Not everybody's going to like what you're putting out, and that's okay because you want to have reactions in people. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad. I welcome emotions. I welcome it. If I have something to say, I'm going to confront you. I'm going to say it and I'm going to talk about it. Other people don't like confrontation, so they hold all of this on their shoulders and their weight, and they can see it in their eyes. And the reason why I have people call it glass eyes. When you look at them from the side, it's clear because I can see through that. I'm already been through these incredible layers of perseverance and struggle and battle scars all over my body from living and breathing and doing things with my adaptions as an accessibility person. I don't care if someone doesn't like my art. That's fine. If you don't like it, go look at somebody else's. You don't have to stay here and tell me how much you don't like it. Like, that's fine, dog. Peace, bye, ciao. So I really love and appreciate when people can say, I see you. I love what you're doing. And I think it's amazing. So, Megathon, you have the comment of the night. So, thank you so much. And if you DM me your wallet address on my Twitter, I'd love to airdrop you a digital piece of art, please. So, send that away. I would love to hook you up for tuning in and being so amazing and incredible. So, let's get to it. We're about 15 minutes until our stream ends, so we might actually go a little farther. I had some plans earlier tonight, and I don't know exactly what that's going to be looking like. So we'll just keep moving until we decide that we're tired of it, which might not be ever, because I've done 5-hour streams before on abstract. Let's now take our art that we created on Canva, and we will, well, let's call it manipulating it, since we didn't technically create it there. We just edited it and optimized it. So let's create an NFT, which for our Web2 people on here, that means non-fungible token. And I'm sorry that I have to compare it, but and this is like second nature for a lot of folks that are listening to these each day, but I'm onboarding so many new people, so many general population people, that we have to give them these acronyms. We have to tell them what get wrecked means. We have to tell them what GM means. We have to do that because they need to feel that culture, baby. They got to feel that culture. So let's dive into it. Boom. So at the top, it's going to say create, and we're going to select one open edition. We're going to do an open edition because that means that you use the same piece of art, so one piece of art, and as many collectors as you want can mint it. So authenticate it with their wallet address. Yes, you guys are getting it right. You use your wallet address to pay the gas fees to mint the artwork on the blockchain, and then it becomes soul bound, which means it's forever in that time. And you can trade it, and you can airdrop it, serve it. It becomes invaluable. So the reason why my original collections are doing so well is because they're one of the first ones on the blockchain. So we're gonna, just for shits and giggles, S&G is what we say in my hometown. We're going to create a open edition using a different blockchain that I had not minted on before. So this is, let's think about a collection name. So this would be, let's first upload the piece here. It's abstract piece. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn my TikTok off for now, just because, hold on a minute. I hit a milestone on TikTok earlier, and I'm a little overwhelmed. Let me just see how much time I actually have. Because we can just go until the collection name. I want to call this looks like a sailboat a little bit, right? Let's do sailboat. Sailboat. We could say something like hold on, let me think. Oreo, what you got? Let me see. Sailboat Sunset Reflection. All right, I think this is it. Again, I'm a very deep person, so I'm going to put my Twitter handle down here. So your collection name and your description. So this is what it's going to show up as on the marketplace when you're minting. And it's pretty cool, right? So thanks, everybody. Nice to see you. I apologize I'm not in the trenches in the comments. I'm just trying to get things worked out. Commercial break. I don't know. People are very confusing. It's like, just make a decision. Like, I don't know. Not everybody has the same mindset as me, and that's fine. That's why I am who I am, and that's okay. I'm going to do the ERC 721. I just like this. I find that there are different token standards that you can do your own research on, but this is a standard that I like because it's for digital assets, it's for individual artworks and all that good stuff. So I'm indifferent about what you should select, and I think that you should just kind of go with what you think. So we're gonna make this a free mint because we want to give value to our friends that are tuning in so that they can go right there and make it happen. You can choose a different date. It doesn't have to be in this moment. You can have a launch date for another time. Maybe you've got a birthday or a holiday or something significant. There's a launch in your life. There's an airdrop. There's an event called a POAP. That's another one that we'll look at another time. You can do that for the future. But for the sake of our demonstration and our stream, we're going to do the start date for right now. And we won't put a end date either. So there are other advanced options here that I like to add. I like to put traits in here, which is different rarities of what shows up on the marketplace. So a rarity essentially means like if you have 555 paintings and 20 of them have green, so that means that the other 535 are different colors. So of that 20, that's a small percent. So that small percent would have a higher rarity depending on how many colors are in the. There's so many different intricacies and there's like a lot of engineering behind this. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to do background as yellow because there's so many yellow. There's a lot of them actually. So we could just put background. We can do white. We got blue. Oh, it only lets us do one. So we could do textures. We can say paint strokes. And then we can say media type. We can say abstract. Boom. And I'm going to just put my screen down for a second because it's going to show my wallet address, which you can find anyways if you go. But yeah, that's all good. So we'll do that. And I'm just going to put this back on Do Not Disturb. So plans are canceled. We're going to stay on the stream and make art, make money, make money. So let's do that. Media type, background color, trait value, media. So we did abstract. So these are these are the rarities that show up on Magic Eden. I'll give you an example so you can kind of follow through what that might look like. Here on the bottom right, it says drips, brushstroke, saturated, blue, turquoise, white, and black and white for the background. So those are multiple colors. And then we've got the different textures, which I like. I did all these details where I went through and I was like, all right, I got drips in here on the left. I've got these paint strokes over here. Okay, we got some texture. I can see the plaster in there. And I made this so well done. It's like I'm proud every time I wake up and I see there's sales. It just people are like, wow, fine art. This is dope. So let me preach. You guys are so funny. I'm gonna preach because that's what we do here. We preach. Because I didn't have the screen up because my dog was distracting. And I was like almost thrown off my axis a minute because I was like, I got plans tonight. And then, no, just kidding. So my axis was a little tilted, but we're back to focus mode. It's okay. Honestly, everything in my life happens for a reason. When one door closes, another one's waiting to open. So I'm cool with that. I have no expectations. And honestly, I'm so busy that I could care less. That's the kind of woman I am. I'm like, whatever, dude. I got other shit going on anyways. So let's go back to the highlight. And I'm going to first go through and put my wallet address. I don't want anyone to see it. So I'm going to drop that in there. And we'll go back. Okay. Now, this is a place where we would add what's called a gate. So a gate would mean something like if you have an allow list or a VIP list or a guest list or something of that nature, you could add all those wallet addresses here. So you can give them special edition, early vibes. All of my collectors from every series that I have, which is Vibrant Energy, 555, 222, every single time I'm doing a big series, which is like a few hundred, I always add their addresses in first, and they have 48 hours to mint first before the public goes on. So that is a way to use the gate and to do it with kind of intention. Like if you're a long-standing art holder of mine, I'm going to give you value. If you support me and you show up and you're there for me like you are right now with all your comments, preach. I'm going to give you all of the things and more. So let's now deploy this contract because like this is the moment we've been waiting for. Deploy the contract. So what happens when we deploy this contract? This now mints us online and authenticates in time. So all of you that are tuning in, you're all a part of history as we speak. We're minting and creating an open series in real time on highlight.xyz. I love this platform. They have top-notch customer service. They're the ones. I'm going to mint with them every single day, something new and unique so that I can learn all of the gears and the settings of this platform because I just love them. Love you guys. So let's deploy this contract. Boom, boom, royalty amount. We'll put 5%. Y'all saw my wallet address. That's fine. It's not my seed phrase, so we're good. So we're uploading the metadata. We need to now, step 2, sign this contract. And you can't see it, but there is we're going to do it together, Oreo. Oreo, we're going to do it. You can't see it, but there is another screen that's up. And it's MetaMask. And I'm going to confirm on my wallet to pay those gas fees. Wait. Boom, 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 boom. We need to go back. Because it says Sepolia. You know what? Go back. Because I've never even heard of that. I've never even heard of Sepolia. Oh, look what it did. You see this as blockchain? No. Well, I've never heard of Sepolia. Let me check real quick. Test nets. Okay, that's why. That's fine. You know what? We got time because my plans changed. So we have time. Let's just put this info in here. And it's better to do it more than once because then you're learning it again. Look at my dog. Who is that, baby? It's you. Who's that? It's you, baby. It's you, Oreo. Who are all those people saying hi to us? Huh? She's like, what is going on, Mom? Why are all these people in here? Look at, see, she bites my nails off. She does. She beats me up, but she's my boss. She's my 4-pound boss. And I love her. Yes, baby. You gonna help mommy make some money, honey? Just kidding. I don't do it for that reason because money is not doesn't motivate me. What are you doing, boo boo? Mm-mm-mm. She wants to jump in. So I've got my. She's so cute. Blue Eye Queen. Black chain. Oh, how did I miss this? I must have been distracted, which is like the worst. Now let's make a decision on what chains we want to drop on. So I have dropped some collections, it's such an interesting word to say. Let's say I've launched on Abstract, Ape Chain, and ETH. So let's see. I'm gonna launch on ETH. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna launch on ETH, and let's go back in here, and we'll go background. We'll do yellow, white, red, blue, and then we'll go with texture, and we'll say paint strokes. And then I like to add, what was the last one? Media, abstract. Sorry, y'all. We got to do this again, but y'all, you don't have anywhere to go except here. So this is the place to be. I literally have a neon sign on the front of my scooter that says, this is the place to be. This must be the place. And all night long, people were asking to take pictures of it. Wasn't that fun? And everybody wanted your photo. It was cute. I was like, here's my QR code. And we're going to put the 360 on tomorrow and see if that helps. We'll have to do it during like a hockey game or something when it's really busy. All right, back to the session. Royalty amount we talked about earlier, 5 to 10% is the standard. The gate, we're not going to do a gate right now. Contract name, let's go with art. Contract symbol, we'll do blue since that's my name. And then I'm going to add some categories on here. So the category, I'm kind of glad that we didn't go fast. I was literally I can't even tell you, like this like magnetic force distracted me for a second. And then I don't know, I went off my access. But we're back. Crypto, these are just search terms so that you can find this collection through Highlight. Hi, baby. Do you want to lay down? I know you do. Yes, after this, we're going to go chill. Chill house vibes, huh, boo-boo? She's like, Mom, I'm tired. I know, baby. She is. She's tired. We've been on the go all day today. Different meetings. We went to the art gallery over in St. Pete. You know, lots of big dogs were barking at her today. That's all right. Disabled artist. That's a big one. How many can we add? 2, 4, 6. Let's do painter because this is a painting. Painter. Oh, you know what? I got a call from LA coming. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's cool. I think I almost missed a call from LA. Someone's calling me. Yep, I felt it. He said, I texted you to see if it was too late, but it's better if we chat early your time tomorrow, earlier if that is when you are available. I felt it. I felt the vibe. I knew there was a call coming in from LA. So he's like, the day just completed. I texted to see if it was too late. Because I got businesses here, here, and here. So painter. I do my mission and my what I feel, my energies are so sensitive that I know when people are talking about me. I know when they're thinking about me. It's a weird thing to explain, but I have frequency callings. And I had this feeling that this person was thinking about me in LA because we were to talk today, and we're gonna, I'm on my way to California next week and planning things like that. But anyways, and we'll be streaming live from Cali so y'all can see it. But this is live art. 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay. Perfect. Tags. Awesome. Make this collection. See, this is what happened. Because we picked Sefolia, which is a test net, we couldn't make these other things because the test net is essentially just putting it out on a test blockchain so that you can see what it looks like before you publish it on the blockchain. So I highly recommend that for anyone that's doing a series that means a lot to them, because you don't want to make a mistake and then it's out there on the blockchain forever. So without further ado, we're going to upload the metadata. And my wallet guard just showed up. Wallet guard is a safety tool for wallet hygiene, and it tells me that it is $2.11 gas fee to sign this transaction in my wallet. So let's see if I have it. Your transaction was submitted. Submitted it through the ether. Boom, boom, boom. GM. Hey, congratulations. Transaction 56 was confirmed. We just minted a piece of time on the Etherscan in the blockchain. It was absolutely amazing. I am honored and thrilled and humbled for everyone that's tuning in right now. We have 150 people just about in the stream room. Very cool to see that. You are all a piece of time. I'm going to take this mint page. I'm going to let everybody see what it looks like. Let's manage the collection. So come over here. Let's share it. Share it to Twitter. And I'm going to say, create, just minted, just launched a new art piece in real time on stream using highlights. I love the highlight team, I'm telling you. Collect this free art mint. Because it is free. And we'll do NFT artist as the hashtag post. And I want everyone to kind of see what this post looks like. So beautiful. Hey, thanks everybody that's saying congrats in the chat. Thanks so much. That's awesome. Yes, you're beautiful too. You're beautiful too. Focus on the beauty of the art, not the beauty of the eyeballs. Art. Art. Collect my art if you're so in tune with that. I'm just kidding. I'm not here to shill anything, but I am here to get support. So if you like what we just created and you want to support it, you can find me on Twitter with Blue Eyed Queen, and it's going to be the first tweet at the top of the page. It'll be under the stream link. Again, I'm using Highlight. I love this squad. Let's click on the mint page so that we can mint one in real time. So let's actually collect one while we're together. So I'm going to add a banner, which is here. Put that up. Mint vector, save, view mint page. Awesome. I love it a lot. And I'm going to mint. We're going to be the first collection together. So it says that you are sending $1.88. Gas fees, 42 cents. So I'm just calling out these network fees, 23 cents. Total sending 94 with ETH. For some reason, it like switched it around. Congratulations, you minted. Oh, I'm in. Aw, I just got an email that says, hey, I'm happy to watch you on your stream. High energy you pull off. Thank you. That's awesome. Go to theapegoddess.com, support with the shopping page, the podcast, all the NFT collections. We do this every single day. If you go head on over to, I'll pull up the Ape Goddess so you can figure out where the schedule is. I look at this page 100 times a day, so I'm like, did I show this page today? You know? So we'll put this on stage. At the top, it's there's a master class, which is what we just went through, but sessions, like hour session, how to take pictures of your art, how to upload it to your computer, where you need to store it in an IFPS, which is an interoperable file software or something. I don't know. I use Pinata, which is the cloud, because you have to store your images in the cloud. How you create your CSV files, which is your metadata. You have to, I now know Python, which is the language. It's like so hard to learn this if you're not familiar with this type of code. I know HTML and I know CSS, but Python is like, what? So that, that was a learning curve, and I'm giving, again, the free masterclass at the top in the navigation. Take this free masterclass. It's absolutely free. The podcast, however, is for bringing accessible and inclusive platform to all of Web3. So we don't just talk about blockchain. We also have different panelists on here that cover their professions. You can go to the past podcasts and you can open up each of these blog posts. And yes, I am a woman in Web3 leader. I want to have ladies on my stream. I want to give those voices to the ladies because it is really challenging and difficult to get through some of the feeds sometimes, because it can be exhausting and scammy and toxic. And I'm just like, look, I do not have time to participate in these engagement farming practices. I need to make something that's going to push through and give positive resilience, strength. There's that human connection that we can create when we're designing and we're painting together, we're making music together. And there will be times where I'll hop on my mixer. Last week I was on my mixer for an hour and a half and I was playing music, which you can see on the past podcast. There'll be times where it's not these one-on-one educational sessions and it is something unique in a creative sessions. But right now, the podcast schedule is booked so far out. There's people that are like contacting me if they can double up, if there can be 2 panelists on the podcast. And it's an awesome amount of feeling because I know it's going to get better. We're going to get those subtitles in motion. We're going to get what we need when we're creating, because that's what we're doing here now. We're instilling that confidence, that trust, and that value by learning and growing and empowering each other. So my podcast is fairly new. I'm going through a rebranding phase right now. Actually, a few of my former teammates and also a family member, my brother, and some others are saying, to come up with a different name change so that it can be more versatile for what my audience is going to be. So since I have an audience that's not just driven into the Web3, I have artists and creatives and musicians and persons with unique abilities and business owners and medical professions and fashionistas and influencers. I'm one of those versatile people that can get along with anybody. And that is a gift. So here's my streaming schedule. I'm here every day. I'm even here on Saturdays now. It's totally wild. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're coming at you live. Lots of different motions. People are bringing the fire. They're bringing the energy, just like we are today. And it's a passion. This is a hustle. This did not happen overnight. It's been years and years of pioneering. And I just have to say thanks again for everyone that's been coming through, sharing with me your feedback, your constructive criticism. I am okay with people sharing with me how they feel like they would want to see the podcast. I want to give that mic and that floor and that opportunity for the audience to tell me what you would like to see differently so we can change it. And so when friends are asking me how you can help, we're looking for more grant funding so that we can create a calendar functionality where you can click that you want to subscribe to this certain stream and you get a calendar invite to remind you, hey, we're going on stream at this time. We're looking for live streaming subtitles. There's a lot of them out there, but they are very expensive. They are $2 to $4 a minute. I'm so grateful that I have received the Ape Chain Architect grant because I got 200 ape and I used it for 3.5 episodes of making them accessible. I'd like to be able to continue doing it more. I have a stream every single day. I'm going to need more grant money because it's going very quickly. And I'm applying like crazy. I'm putting my best foot forward to find that funding so that I can build and make this inclusive space. So the idea and the objective is to have maybe a bot that does this so that I can have the bot tweet out who we're going to be on stream with. Hey, we're going to be on stream in an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5. Hey, we're live. All of these little things that I have to do every time I'm setting up the stream, it takes time. We are currently blasted on 9 platforms, and there's more coming. My brother tells me I need to be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all these other ones, Farcaster, etc. He's like, you need to be here, here, and here. But I also want to put these on the blockchain so that they can be authenticated in real time. And there's, again, I don't have as much hours in the day because I have a physical disability. So half my day, I'm using medical devices 7 times a day. You're like, how do you sleep? Yeah, 7 times a day, I have to stop what I'm doing, go take care of my body, and then get back at it. So when other people have excuses or they come up with, oh, I'm too tired, or I got to work in the morning, oh, I got this thing going on. Okay, have a good one. See you in the next live because I got this going on too, and I make time. That's the difference. That's what separates you from the 0.1% and the 99.9% of the rest of the people is that mentality that I just explained to you. So if you want to help, you want to reach out. I love that there's a lot of donations coming in on Abstract. Thank you. It's cool to be a top. I received a badge today. I'm like, oh my God, I'm being verified. Whoa, I hit 1,000 subscribers. Dang, I got 1 million views. Like, okay, does this mean I'm hitting the glitch? Am I in the cusp of the glitch? Yes, I am. Because I got a badge today and I'm going to show it off. Abstract gave me a badge for being top 10% streamer on their platform. That's awesome. That's unheard of. If you look at their tweets from last week, over 1 million wallets are connected to Abstract Chain. I don't know how many unique visitors are on the actual streaming platform, but I'm doing these podcasts, and that's what's making people want to see more. They're like, she's going on to another one, aren't we, baby? Are you tired? Yeah. We're going to probably do a little degenerating on the 8-chain spotlight because I have 2 collections of the top 100. So I'm probably going to go through and airdrop some art. So if you are tuning in right now and you would like a free NFT, a free piece of handmade art, DM me on Blue Eye Queen. Say that you are tuning into the stream, and I'm going to airdrop you one of my original NFT handmade paintings. And I'm telling you, being one of the first people to be on this blockchain and everyone else is starting to come in, this mass adoption, those are going to be invaluable one day. They really are. They're going to be invaluable one day. So I truly hope that the right collectors get them, they collect, and then they hold. HODL, holding. So without further ado, we're going to close up this stream because we gave you half an hour more than we used to. We had our plans open up, so we got to be able to give you more of this face-to-face time. Oreo is wiped out. This baby is cashed out. So again, every day we're here. There's a streaming schedule. Go to theapegoddess.com. I can't say how humbled and grateful I am to come to a platform each and every day and have so much support. We're going to take this blog of today of how to launch an NFT in real time on Highlight. We're going to add the subtitles, and then we're going to re-upload it through the platform so that our access users and our languages from around the world can tap into it as well. So if you know anybody that has an AI bot that can do this in real time and I don't have to build it, please send it to me. My head hurts by the end of the night because I'm like, what did I just do today? What type of coding am I doing? Am I the Matrix? Those types of things. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow at 4 p.m. We have Chesapeake. I'm going to pull up his graphic, actually, so that you can see who we have tomorrow with our guest. Chesapeake is such a gem. He truly is a star. Yes. So Chesapeake's coming with board only. Let me tell you, I'm going to wait. We're going to wait till tomorrow. But Chesapeake has stopped live streams when people were being like silly to me. He'd shake them to be. He'd say, the queen is here. Treat the queen with respect. And I'm like, love it. I got a whole podcast. I could go on Spaces every night if I wanted and talk and speak and chill and promote my art. I could do that, and I do go on every day, and I am talking on the mic. But in this moment, I have some personal things that I'm caring for. I'm moving. I'm traveling next week. I've got a new puppy. So my priorities are my safety. So making sure I'm safe, my home is safe. Second, my finances, all the other stuff. And then I'll go and have fun and do the thing. But there's a lot of folks traveling right now for Denver ETH. So I feel like I have a little bit of a leeway so that I can calm down a little bit and get my ducks in line and get the website updated while everybody's out partying in Denver. Because I know y'all went to NFT Paris and Consensus in Hong Kong. And trust me, I'm going to join all of you at some point in the world. But I just can only give you my digital, spiritual, holographic figure, whatever, deep fake, whatever everybody wants to call it. I'm not deep fake, okay? I'm not. TikTok took me off of stream 3 times for 72 hours because people were reporting that I'm not real. I'm real. Maybe you're not used to having a pretty girl know a lot about everything. Just kidding. But without further ado, you are too cute. Blue Eye Queen here. We're checking out. I'm going to get a little bit more of the spot in and then call it a night and come back at it tomorrow, 4 p.m. You heard it first. This is your one and only Heaven Sent BEQ. Ciao, ciao for now. Thanks for everybody coming in. See you soon.